Hello, everyone. I trust you are doing well, and it's time again for your weekly devotion. This week, I want to share with you all about this well known character from the Bible called Job. I'm pretty sure you would have heard about this character at some point, or at least the story, and I just want to highlight a few points that we can learn from this person's, Job's life, and apply it in our own lives too. If you see the first chapter of this book, it starts off by describing this man Job, that he was a blameless and upright man. He was someone who feared God and who shunned evil. And the verses that follow goes on to say that he had sons and daughters, he had cattle, he had sheep, he had this and he had that, and he was a wealthy man in the Bible. And as you know, the story goes on that Satan goes and challenges God, saying that if you strike this man and take away everything from him, he will curse you, and he won't be faithful to you. So, if you're familiar with the story, it does happen that Job loses everything one after the other, and as the scripture says, that while one servant was still talking, another comes and says, your children died, you lost your cattle, you lost this, you lost that, and Job loses pretty much everything. And his wife comes to him at one point and says, curse your God and die. And there's this verse where Job stands strong in his faith, and he does not give up on God, and he says that I came naked from my mother's womb, and naked I shall go. It was the Lord who gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So you all are aware of this fact, that Job did not curse, and he blessed God in the midst of losing everything like that. But there's one thing that I really want to bring to your attention today is, as you started the chapter, you see that Job was described as a man who was upright and blameless, and one who feared God, and also all that he possessed. But when you come to the end of the first chapter, you see that the second part, or the second and third verses that we started, that Job had sons and daughters, Job was wealthy and rich, all of that wasn't there anymore. But what remained was the fact that Job was still a blameless and upright man. He was still someone who feared God. So my question to you today is, wherever you are today, or whatever position you may be holding today, if God were to take all of that away from you, or at least a part of it away from you, how would you define yourself today? If God were to look at you the way he saw Job, would he still see you as one who fears God? Regardless of what we hold to ourselves, regardless of the material things or even family that we can boast about today, if it is there or if it's not there, do we still have something to hold on to? Is there something that can still define us? Is there something that can still define you? What is it that makes you who you are? Is it the things around you? Is it all that you have saved and accumulated over the years? Or is it your identity in Jesus Christ? Job gained all that he lost after a certain point. And you see his ending in the last chapter of the book, that he had a glorious ending. But had he given up on his core personal character, had he given up on being a God-fearing man, or being someone who was against evil, his life story would have changed. But he held on to it tight. He held on to his faithfulness to God, and God blessed him and honored him. That's something that we can learn from Job and apply in our lives too, regardless of what we have today or what we don't. How is our relationship with God? How does God see us? And how does God define us? So that, my friend, is the word I want to leave with you all today. And if it was a blessing to share with someone, and you have a Christ-centered blessed week, take care. Bye-bye.